Hello everybody and welcome to Purple Table Tarot. My name is Robin and I will be reading for Gemini today. So Gemini, we will be doing the what is coming toward you spread. And so we'll look at what's coming towards you, what's unconsciously influencing this, and what your conscious past issues are regarding or affecting this in any way. And then we will also look at your unconscious manifestations, conscious manifestations, and hopes and dreams in both the conscious and unconscious. I'm cleansing the space in your cards, or my cards, to do your reading, and we will get started. Okay. And if you like this video, or if it resonates, or you like the way that I read, please hit the like button and please comment. Comment anything. That really helps the algorithm, and it's a very free energy exchange. That would be really great. And so if the reading resonates with you, wonderful. If it doesn't, or only partially, then go on ahead and check your other placements, and there could be messages there for you. Okay. And per usual, these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what does not for somebody else. Okay, this is for Gemini. This is for Gemini. This is for Gemini. Okay, and on the bottom of the deck we have the King of Swords as the overall energy. So what that tells us is that whatever this message is about, there is an influence of logic, there's an influence of clarity. Perhaps you're trying to get clarity at this time. Perhaps something has come to light that has been made clear, but there's also an energy of being in your head about the situation, whatever it may be. So as we read the cards, we can see whether or not it might be too much logic or what. Sometimes that when that energy is here and has a strong influence, there could be the other cards might reveal that you need to try to be more in your heart space, but we'll see when we get into the reading. Okay, Gemini, so it would appear that what is coming toward you is the Four of Wands. Sense of stability, happy home, possibly a commitment, possibly some celebration or any kind of event, but essentially a sense of stability. A sense of stability in terms of what you are doing, what actions you are taking at this time, okay? And beneath that, kind of at the base, a foundation of what is coming towards you is the Ten of Swords. So, perhaps this stability is coming after an ending of some kind, some sort of painful ending. There could have been deception. There could have been some overthinking here. But that is something. There was a painful ending of some kind. And it may not have been sudden. It could have been over time, death by 1,000 cuts, as they say. But that is underneath what is coming towards you, which is stability. So it looks like you have happier times ahead, for sure. Like something was cleared in order to make way for something better, something that feels a lot better. Okay, so in your unconscious past, what can be driving this is the Death card. So this is significant change and irrevocable change. Okay, typically death brings, of course, the ending of something, a finality, but yet also opens the door for a new transformation, a rebirth of some kind as well. So in your knowledgeable past, like your conscious past, you've had this, you have the Three of Cups. Now this could have been the end of a friendship of some kind. And it could have even been like, maybe an end of like Good Time Charlie vibes, like granted the Three of Cups is super fun and like just jovial, coming together with other people, friendship, things of that nature. So perhaps in the past you've brought that in order to heal from something that just ended, that has worked for you in the past, is bringing your friendship group together, getting some support. Okay. In your unconscious manifestation, you have the Lovers here. Okay. So you're wanting to manifest. It's like something that's kind of under the surface driving this stability coming towards you is a want for that lover's energy. Somebody that you can be vulnerable with, someone who will be vulnerable with you as well. We see the angel above these two, so a very blessed union, right? There's also, the Lovers also indicates a choice of some kind. And so unconsciously, the want to make a choice, and also a want for a loving partnership, that is what is behind the stability that's coming toward you. Okay. Now, in your conscious manifestation is the Page of Cups. So putting yourself out there, offering up your cup, something very kind of a starting over energy. You could feel a little bit vulnerable, but, maybe have like a beginner's energy, beginner's excitement around this, because, you're looking for love. You're looking for love here, and you're putting yourself out there after a painful ending, because you want stability in it, and it's coming toward you. It's coming towards you, Gemini. Okay. So the unconscious hope and dream is to develop a sense of mastery of some kind. We have the Eight of Pentacles. So right now, perhaps there is, some sort of sense that you really have to work at this on some level, that you're putting a lot of focus and a lot of attention into it. And this is kind of in the background. You might not be entirely conscious of how much effort you're putting into this endeavor, into this want, and, perhaps need on some level, because it looks like with all the cards here, it's like, yeah, that's what you want. And in the conscious hopes and dreams is the Sun. You want to be happy. You want to be happy. This is the happiest card in the deck. Having things be, warm and bright, maybe your stability will be coming towards you. You'll be really experiencing that sometime in the summer, perhaps, late July, and then August time, you know? So, I mean, this couldn't be any better. Like, I mean, you couldn't have any higher of a hope or dream, really, you know, when it comes to the tarot. So yeah, that's what you want. Wow. This is really something. Okay. So what is protecting you? Your truth, your authenticity, you know, your idea for a new beginning. And this is a new beginning here with the Ace of Swords. So that kind of speaks to this King of Swords energy too. And you are an air sign, right? So there's something about what you are bringing. Communication is something that is protecting you. And I get the sense that this is a very positive energy for you. So, you know, a lot of new communication that can go in alignment with the Page of Cups, putting yourself out there, talking to new people, things of that nature, okay? And then at the outcome, we have the Ten of Wands. So it's like, oh, gee, you know, the outcome, Ten of Wands, yikes. But so this energy represents like a continuing of a trying, you know, it's a labor of love. You know, it can be burdensome at times. It can feel heavy at times, most definitely. You know, but it's you continuing on despite, you know, say you are putting yourself out there and you're talking to a lot of new people. I'm just here kind of dating apps coming up in my mind, you know, it's like you might not be finding the person you're looking for, and not necessarily the person you're looking for, but like you might not be finding anybody who quite resonates with you. And so, you know, that can feel burdensome, but you're like, okay, well, yeah, you know, dating is kind of like trial and error and knowing, you know, trying out new things, meeting new people, all that stuff. And you learn as you go, like what works for you, what doesn't, who you connect with, who you don't. And if you've been putting yourself out there for a little while, because you want to bring in this stable energy, you know, you want this sun experience, you know, it's like you're doing all the right things, and it takes time. It takes time to find that person that you click with, you know, in a really healthy way, because ultimately that's also what you want. You want the vulnerability, you want the trust, you want the connection and the love here, you know. And that's not without, you know, disagreements or conflict. I mean, it's very, very healthy to have some conflict in any relationship. That's how you continue to grow, continue to work, and all of that stuff. So yeah, you know, in the outcome here, you might be struggling a little bit. And something else that you want to be wary of is trying to be all things to all people. And you have this protecting you. So this is like your truth, your personal truth. So when you're out there doing this, if you're, you know, out there putting yourself out there with the dating and whatever, it's like just show up as yourself, okay? Really just be completely in alignment. Like this sword, it's like straight, right? It's like in alignment, that your action is in alignment with your mind, and like here you are. Authenticity. Because this outcome also suggests a continuing of trying, meeting all kinds of people, but it also suggests that you're trying to like maybe be all things to all people, okay? So that's something to keep in mind throughout this. That's a little piece of advice. Just stay true to yourself. Truth. Communicate. Show up as you are, right? Because there is an energy here that harkens back to the King of Swords, is that you might be in your head about this. You might be thinking about, okay, what are the logical steps to go about putting myself out there, offering my cup so I could get to this stability, you know? And given that this very much appears to be a matter of the heart, and action, you want to, lightly hold the possibility that it isn't just like a forward roadmap, like here's point A, here's point B, and that's how I'm going to get there. You might be going all around and around, and then you might stop for a little while and then come back around this way, blah, blah, blah. It's a process, right? It's a process. So through this process, be gentle on yourself. The best thing you can do is really show up in an authentic way. And this stability is coming towards you. It is coming towards you. And, you're manifesting. Your hopes and dreams are the sun, and, you're manifesting the Page of Cups. So that's something else to think about as well. Do you want to, you're in beginner energy right now, but with the manifestation of the beginner energy, you want to kind of keep in mind how that might play out for you with regard to staying, quote unquote, stuck in first or second gear when it comes to these things. But give yourself time. You don't have to rush into anything, okay? Okay. That in the past, what has helped is, consulting with your friends, kind of getting some feedback, but also living your life and having fun. Live your life, have fun. This sun energy is available to you regardless of whether or not you're in a relationship, okay? Because this indicates like long-term commitment, stability, marriage a lot of times, like the full-on, happy home, the whole deal. And it is coming towards you. It is coming towards you, but don't forget to do your healing, It's important to take some time to heal because this was a painful ending here. This was a painful ending, and it appears to be quite final. Okay. So what do we want to clarify here? I will say, Gemini, that your intentions look like really, really nice and in alignment. So I don't get the sense that you're showing up in any kind of inauthentic way, but it can be very tempting when we've been going out and like meeting people and this and that you might, because you want this and you want this so much and this, that you might, okay, well, I'll lower my standards a little bit here or there, or, you might try to make yourself fit with somebody if it might not be like the best fit. So keep that in mind as well. And like I said, I don't get the sense that you're showing up in an inauthentic way. I'm just kind of highlighting that with the Ten of Wands here, that's the potentiality, because as we say, this is an outcome, but it's not fixed. Energy is always moving. Okay. So let's see here. What do we want to clarify? Oh, and I may not have said that. I know I didn't say this before, that usually for these readings, I only clarify one card. And so the thing is that you're gonna know how these energies have played out for you in the context that I've described, especially this ending. Like, what's ended, or what kind of ending needs to happen for you to get the stability. Right now, you might not be in a stable place, but it's coming towards you. But what is at the foundation of it? What is the keystone to that? Is an ending that needs to happen. Okay. But the reason that I do think that it has happened is because this is a past experience here. It's operating on an unconscious level, playing into these energies. So also be aware of what is in the back of your mind when you're dating new people. the degree to which we experience echoes of our past hurts when we are meeting new people. If we like project onto them like, oh, they're just like, say if somebody cheated on us or whatever, oh my gosh, he wears the same shoes or she wears the same shoes as so and so, they probably are a cheater too. You know what I mean? It's like that is an example of unhealed energy. We all need to be cautious, but don't commit anybody for the sins of past people, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and in the what is protecting you energy is the Ace of Swords. And so that says to me that there is a truth that you hold there. Okay, there's a truth that you hold there. So I want to look more into that. What more can be said about this Ace of Swords energy and how that is protecting Gemini at this time? Oops. Whenever I'm shuffling a full deck, it gets kind of clumsy. Okay. Okay, Ace of Swords. Wow, very strong energies, very, very positive here. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Tower. So, like I was saying before, perhaps something needs to end in order for you to have this stability. And in this Tower card, we see that this person is holding on for dear life. Like they don't want this tower to fall, right? But when the tower shows itself, it's like it's meant to be. It's like the universe is like giving us a nudge, and the best way I feel like in order to move forward, when we want to hold on so tightly and try to keep a sense of control over the situation, whatever it may be, the best part is to just let go and to trust that however it falls is going to be the best way, and maybe something completely unexpected will grow in its place, right? So, and it looks like something better, something more stable. Okay, so for the Ace of Swords, what is protecting you? There's the Ace of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. Like, you have a lot of passionate energy, and you're really kind of taking the lead, when it comes to this endeavor that you have going on of finding your person, finding that lover, and offering your cup, and ultimately getting that sun, getting that warmth, that vitality, where things are not in the dark, like things are in the light, like there's vulnerability here, there's truth, there's honesty, and so you're not going to be kept in the dark on anything. That is definitely, so I feel like when it comes to this, what's protecting you is your sense of standards, okay? And with the King of Swords, it's like, yeah, they know, they're clear on what they want. They're clear on what it is. And so you're clear in your truth. In your endeavor for this new relationship, for the Ace of Cups, you got King of Wands energy. You want passion. You want to take the lead in the situation. And by taking the lead, you can share with others when the time is right what it is that you're looking for. And and it's not about you trying to shape yourself and fit yourself into somebody else's mold. You don't have to be everything to everybody, all things to all people. Like, this is about you just standing in your truth about what it is you're looking for and the things that you want to do, like how you want to manifest this new passion, right? And how you want to ultimately manifest this relationship that you're creating to get the stability in your life that you're looking for, okay? When it comes to a partnership here, really not wavering on that. You don't lower your standards, right? Don't lower your standards. Also, look at situations through the lens of humanity and know that everybody has things that they're working on, so that's another aspect there. But you know what you're looking for. You know what you're looking for here. Okay? But try somewhere in there if you begin to feel like you're a little bit too rigid, it's like on the positive end, you know what you want, you're very clear. But then on the other extreme is rigidity, inflexibility. So just be mindful of that, okay? Just be mindful of that. And then with the Three of Pentacles, it's like, yeah, you're looking to build. You're looking to build a solid foundation. Now, the 3 indicates more than one person. More than one person. So, but it means cooperation, collaboration. This can also be like, dating. So, as long as you're in your truth, that is what's protecting you. That is what's covering you. That is supporting you, protecting you, is that you're clear about what you want, okay? And given that you're kind of King of Swords, King of Wands energy here, it's like I feel like your needs and wants and like how you're communicating them, how you're acting on them are in working order together, are in symbiosis, as it were, because air and fire, it's like with fire can't happen without air, right? So I feel like you are, in alignment with your truth. And so the Three of Pentacles, it's like, yeah, you want to build, and you might have a couple of options here coming up. But, you'll see, right? You'll see. So this overall, this is a really, really, really great reading, despite the hurt here. But, there's a feeling of this is kind of passing. It's kind of making its way out for something much more, fulfilling to come toward you. Okay. So I'm going to pick animal cards. So that's what I have for you for the tarot portion, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed that part, and I'll pick a few oracle cards for you, okay? Okay. Dolphin, play. Nice. Swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom. Go with the flow. Yes. Yes. I feel like I was saying something about going with the flow. Like, not resisting this process as it unfolds, not resisting the process as it unfolds. Let's see. I'm going to get language of letting go. This is like one of my new favorite message decks. I mean, it's so sound. I mean, it's so smart when it comes to just principles that we all know, no matter what our ideologies or personal doctrines are. Like, this deck of cards really speaks to ways in which you are living an authentic life and standing up for yourself and setting healthy boundaries and, you know, releasing control where we want control and all the things. Okay. Okay, communicating clearly. Very nice. Today I will communicate clearly and directly in my conversations with others. I will strive to avoid manipulative, indirect, or guilt-producing statements. I can be tactful and gentle, or assertive if necessary. I do what is right in the moment. Very nice. And that kind of speaks to this energy of like the potential outcome of having this, you know, 10 of Wands, wearing a bunch of hats. Okay, and then lastly, I got this new oracle deck from Angie Sullins on Kickstarter, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It's called Witch, Woman in Total Control of Herself. And so for these, I'll pick a card and then I'll read. And the reading is very brief, so. The Scholar. Interesting with the King of Swords energy is kind of the overall here. Okay, the Scholar. All right. Here she is, kind of like, it looks kind of like she's in her crone stage, right? She's old, she's wise, she's been around. She also is like, knows what the book says, but I imagine there's enough lived experience here to, you know, she's kind of amended it along the way, you know, her own personal guidebook. Okay, the Scholar. She's a scholar of the sacred text of experience. While she has studied books and philosophies, has listened to the masters and wise ones, she has learned that no counsel is as wise as her own experience. Her main concern is embodying what she knows and putting it into practice. Because of this, she chooses her friends wisely and is cautious about what she puts into her mind. Her true authority comes from the wisdom of living, learning, growing, and always evolving toward her highest self. Let's see, and there's more, a little bit more, I think. What is right for another may not be right for you. This is time to test any advice or direction against your own experience. What does your gut say? When considering your options, what happens to your body? Does your heart expand, your breath deepen, your energy soar? Or does your breathing go shallow, your heart shrink, your nervous system tense into a fear-shaped thing? A witch understands that knowledge becomes wisdom when it is embodied. Let your own experience and the testament of your body's truth be your guide right now. Very nice. Yes. Yes. This was a very good and cohesive reading, Gemini. Very nice. You're working with some really, really bright and delicious and vibrant energy, very driven. So I hope that this reading helped, and I will see you next time. Okay, thanks. Bye.